again, a lot of games still happening in London. I mean, but they keep punishing the out of the country, fan bases with these horrible games. But buy or sell. So Roger Goodell was asked about whether a Super Bowl would ever be played outside of the United States. Is asked about this. His response was, well, initially they like to reward cities that have NFL teams with this, but he could see one day that it, of course, is played outside of the United States. Now, he's saying this to media and fans outside of the United States. So buy or sell that a Super Bowl will be played outside of the United States at some point. I'll start this one and say I'm going to sell the hell out of it. Look, he's doing his best politician impersonation when he's out there. He is taking games outside of the States to make money and make money only. You're not losing money by taking the Super Bowl out of the United States, and you're not going to, unless you can make more by doing it, I don't know. But I think it's silly to take the Super Bowl outside of the United States. I'm going to sell it. I think, of course, he has to say that to the foreign media. I think he has to say that to the foreign fan bases out there that, of course, yes, there's one day I see that we could bring the Super Bowl outside of the United States. I just can't envision them doing that. I'm going to sell this. I do not think that the Super Bowl will ever be played outside of the U.S.
What time we have in the Super Bowl? 9 a.m.? I mean, that's outrageous. I'm good. Yeah, this is a hard sell. America's biggest sporting event is not going to take place in London. It's just not going to happen. We can talk about it's not going to take place in Brazil or Mexico. It's going to take place in America, and that's just what it is.
I think this is absolutely silly, and I love that everyone's selling it. I am, without question, 100% buying this, and I'm going to be absolutely pissed when it happens. It's going to be the worst thing to ever happen in NFL football. There will be an international Super Bowl within the next decade. Absolutely. No question about it in my mind, and it will be in London. I think it's going to happen, and I think it's going to happen relatively quickly, and it's going to be horrendous.
What time would it play?
Oh, it'll play early. Probably about noon. I absolutely think it will happen. Absolutely.
There's no way. You're going to lose your
You'll make
viewership.
So much more money.
Oh, man, if they did that, I don't know.
It would stink. But I absolutely think it's going to happen.
Imagine, that might be, if that's at noon, that would be the most sober I've ever been for a Super Bowl. That would be painful.
Then what do you do at like 5?
Well, okay. So this
go to bed.
It would only benefit. It legit would only benefit one group of people, and that's the fan base of that team, of the team that wins.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, I think it would, because then you could just party all day. Then you party all day long.
I think any fan base in the Super Bowl would rather have their Super Bowl here and have a chance to go.
No, you'd rather have that. I'm just saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone benefits except for NFL higher ups.
I think that fan base would have a fun day. If the game ends at 3:30, and then you're out partying all afternoon and all night long.
I think it's exponentially more fun to win a night game.
It 100%. I'm just saying.
Right. So I'm saying there's no benefit.
Correct. There is no. I'm just saying if there was one positive to take away from it, it would be the team that wins fan base would have all day to celebrate. I'm not advocating for it to happen. I hate it.
I mean, this would stink.
I'm just saying.
I'm absolutely on the same page as the rest of you guys. And if we were buying or selling, if we won an international Super Bowl, I would sell it to high heaven. But I absolutely do think it's going to happen. I don't think there's a more money-hungry owner than Roger Goodell, and I think he's going to grow this game internationally. We already went from 1 to 3 games in the last few years, and I think that number's going to keep going up. And as it does, I think it's gonna be an international Super Bowl for sure.